Okay, welcome everybody to 7 Days to Die. This is Epic Film Guy Nick, and we're going to be playing some more Gooder Than in just a few moments here. So stick around for that. And the game's just going to load in here. I've got some stuff I want to show you guys. It's been a little while since my last stream, so I've got a few different things that I want to show you here in terms of things I've been working on, etc., etc., etc. We're just going to shovel away another couple rows of this dirt here before we leave. Now you'll notice I am digging in the desert. This is actually the first time I've ever done a mining project in the desert. I wanted some oil shale because I want to make some asphalt to fix some road spots that I've got that are all kind of messed up. And yeah, like I said, I've got a lot of stuff to show you guys. I've got so much fun stuff that I've finished up. So there's so many things to go over before the Horde gets here. That is going to be night of day 182. And I kind of love all the stuff that you get here in the desert. This is the first time I've ever actually found silver in an actual deposit. Which is strange. I hadn't ever expected to find that. We are going to be streaming some podcasts most of the day while we're doing this here. So, stay tuned for all that, please and thank you. But yeah, this is the first mining project I've ever done in the desert here. This is a little, I've got to fill this back in. This is where I found some oil shale. And this was a huge iron shale and iron shale. Oil shale and iron deposit in this whole area here. So I actually just built a wooden box around it. I'm going to put some stuff in here. Maybe I'll put a forge in here. A couple boxes, a couple chests so I can store some equipment down here. And what have you. Just some random stuff. We're going to head out of here because it's getting to be later. I didn't reset my day lengths yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. We may actually just face a 120-minute 7th day Horde. So we'll have to see exactly how that's going to work. Let's make our way out of here. This takes forever. I do apologize. If you are joining me here on the stream, welcome. Please like, please share, please subscribe. We're definitely going to be doing a lot more streaming going forward, as well as your normal podcasting live streams and everything else. We're just gearing up to offer a lot more content here on the Epic Film Guys, so please and thank you, stay tuned for that. And you can see I am mostly full of sand and stone. And look at all this iron. I have never had this much iron. That deposit was just huge. And I found a ton of oil shale, so we are ready to rock and roll here. So we're going to head back to our base here in the city. And like I said, there's a ton of stuff I want to show you guys. Actually, no, I'll show you this building first. This is just a quickie secure job I did. I wanted a place to base it out of that wasn't far from either the city or from my original base. So I just decided to co-opt one of the buildings in the city here. You see I reinforced all the bottom floors, reinforced all the windows, etc. Threw some iron around the doors. And I may actually, if I ever really feel like it, I'll build like a ramp that leads up to the second floor, make an entrance on the second floor, and then just, you know, close off both of the doors on the bottom floor. But, you know, it's just a temporary base. Really, it's just meant to kind of sit on top of the entrance to that mine. So, I don't really care all that much. Let's just buzz past all these guys and head to the city. I've got some other stuff I want to show you guys before nightfall here, so plenty of things. You see, I did finish the 175th day Horde since the last stream. I was going to live stream that. Unfortunately, with Superstorm Stella that swept through here in the northeastern United States, I unfortunately did not get the opportunity to do that. Hi, Dan. Welcome to the stream, Dan. Play the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme. I'm busy right now, Dan. I can't play it right this second. But yeah, we're going to head back to the city. Like I said, because of Superstorm Stella, I did not get a chance to stream. My wife was working from home, and she actually needed my desk, which is where my mixer and microphone were. I did relocate my computer so I could get the latest episode of the Epic Film Guys podcast edited. That is episode 89. We reviewed Skull Island and talked about some new movie trailers, and the Hopester and the Hopester's dad squared off, which was hilarious. Lots and lots of fun times. We got our good friend Caleb from Netflix and Swill, Dan's co-host. Thank you, Dan. And first things first, I want to show you guys, since it's right here, the closest thing to the entrance of the city. Boom! There she is. And this is one of the places I have to actually fix with the asphalt, speaking of which. But we're going to get right up over here. Oh, we're going to have some friends we're going to have to deal with before we can show you the tower proper here. Always with the zombies. Alright, I am lagging something fierce here. Yeah, I'll be fine. Hey, gained a pistol level. There was another one over here. Where'd it go? My game's... I've got to tweak the settings of my game back down. I turned up the draw distance and some other things in the game. And I didn't turn them back down. Oh, fucking dog. Fuck you! Hate the way that they swim around your feet like that. Do I have any first aid on the bike? I don't think I do. Of course I do not. Alright, well, do you guys got any first aid stuff for me? No. I mean, I guess what I can do... Here we go. I got it. We got this. Fuck off, Brentley. We need animal fat, not rotting flesh. No! Animal fat, please. And thank you. Oh, that's what this is, too, from that dog. Alright, and I have wood, so I'm going to have to actually... Oh, come on! I'm going to die in the city because I'm so busy trying to fucking get healed. Fuck off. Alright, now, I need a bandage. But I need to turn it... okay, no, that's not going to work the way that I wanted it to. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. Okay. Alright, well... Last chance. I can still survive for a little bit here. I'm bleeding out, but it's not like terrible or anything. All right. Okay. Now we've got to run back and we've got to get back to the tower. Okay, so I can show you guys the tower later after we get back to the castle. Yeah, I would hope that that would stick to kind of being a one-off thing that just happened on our show the one time, Dan. I don't know if that would be a cool regular fixture on either show. Alright, and I'm actually just going to leave the bike right outside because the game's clipping all over the place. I'm actually going to have to change my video settings and restart, but I have to heal myself before I deal with anything. And I'm going to show you some of the changes that we've implemented here in the castle design. Oh, I'm not bleeding out anymore. Apparently you stop bleeding out after a while. I never knew that. Well, since we came all the way back here, we're just going to slap that guy on anyway. Alright. Okay, well, hey, that's fine. Is it just me, or is this thing on fire? I am not entirely sure what the hell is up with that. I've got a bunch of shit on this bike. I would really, really hate to... Actually, we're going to leave it there. It does not look like it's in really good shape, so we're going to hoof it. First thing you'll notice, this was Jim's garage. We leveled Jim's garage. And this is one of the things I need asphalt for. I'm going to flatten this out and turn it into just a flat lot here. Except for that motherfucking bees. Where are you at? And I'm a terrible shot today. That'll bode well for Horde Night. If there are no other interruptions, please. Yeah, so I leveled Jim's garage. Right now, I just planted a tree farm in here just to get some extra wood resources going up. And I saved that working stiffs crate. That's why I stuck this little flagstone block there so it wouldn't fall when I took the floor up beneath it. There's another bee! I tell you, sometimes these bees, like, I've gotten attacked by like 6 of them at once before. Is that a dog inside of that fence over there? It is. Is that a cop down there? Yeah, there's a cop down there, too. Well, we're going to leave him down there because I don't have inventory space to pick up anything he does drop. But yes, Jim's garage gone. We're going to flatten that out. Turn it into a nice vacant lot. I still need to figure out what I want to do with this hotel. I have never done anything with it. And we got another doggy. And my bullets just can't go far enough to hit him from here with the pistol. I'm going to aggro him here pretty quick, though. There we go. Hit you that time. Alright, we're going to... I don't need anything from him except for his animal fat anyway, so... Yeah, there we go. Get rid of all this shit. Come on. Take the animal fat. That's what we need, is the animal fat. Yes. Nothing good. Animal fat. Give me animal fat. I really don't need anything but animal fat from zombie corpses, so there's not really any point in taking any bones, fucking rotting flesh. I've already got so much rotting flesh, it's ridiculous. I could finish fertilizing the rest of my gardens if I wanted to. But there's the tower. We'll get up there in just a minute here. I'm going to come back here, clean up these corpses I left behind. Third rate who masquerades as a bee. Let's see if we can get animal fat out of any of these other guys. That was it. We got Brentley strutting down the street toward us here. We got a fat zombie behind him, it looks like. Garbage. I know a lot of people would be like, but it's health. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Alright, so if there are no other interruptions, I do want to show you guys the tower. Reinforced the legs of the tower 4 blocks up with reinforced steel. Alright, and we did build these 2 poles. I know I was wishy-washy on whether or not I wanted to do it, but I did build these 2 poles and stick ladders on them. I did, however, switch where the ladder is from time to time. So if a zombie does get on the bottom, he's only going to get up to here before he's got to realize, oh, I've got a path over here now. And zombies aren't this smart, so I don't think any of them would ever even get up into the tower in the first place. These platforms are every 50 blocks. So every 50 blocks there is another platform for the tower. I've thought about putting some resources up into this thing, but let's be honest, I don't really need this tower for anything except as just an observation deck to kind of look out and see the world. And of course it's in the city, so half the time there's this radioactive haze over it, so you can't see anything anyway. But I wanted to reach the ceiling of the game, and I did. That's the entire reason why I built this thing, and I don't care anymore. But yes, I got all the metal trussing platforms in, and I talked about it on my last video, which actually isn't uploaded yet, so that's real smart. But essentially, I built the top platform, and I had 1 wood frame, because I used a wood frame to nerd pull up to the top of it. I took that 1 wood frame out, even exactly the same design as it is now. Literally exactly the same, without these poles here. And I took that wood frame out, the whole fucking thing collapsed. And trussing blocks are not cheap in terms of iron. They cost a lot of iron resources to make, so I was not happy about it. You see, we could stop at these different platforms here, and if you actually wanted to, you could avoid a Horde night entirely by camping out at the top of it. But you can get down here a little bit closer to street level. You should be able to see zombies from this level up. If I actually wanted to grab a sniper rifle, I could. And probably pick off some zombies as they wander around the city. But all that's going to do is aggro zombies and get them over here toward the tower, which I don't want to do. This platform is kind of right at the top of the tree line, so I really can't do a whole lot with this one specifically. Because you can't see shit. But I want to keep these trees there. I love this lot being covered in these nice white blue spruce trees. I think it looks really nice, so that's pretty much done. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to reach the ceiling of the game world, and I did. That's basically the only reason I built the tower in the first place. And there it is. So now if I ever want to just hang out up there, take a look out, see what's going on over the city, I can do so. The Ostrich Hotel. Shoot that sumbitch inside. I should probably go shoot that cop in the face if he's still down here. I don't know if he's still down here, though. A lot of times stuff will despawn in this game. We had that dog I killed down here. I'm going to go harvest him real quick. And I know I'm not collecting his hide, but let's be honest. What do I need leather for? What do I need animal hide for either? It's all just garbage. I just don't need any of it. Yeah, 4 animal fat is amazing. Yeah, we've just got, what, a burning guy down there? Screw him, I don't give a shit. Alright, so here's our first upgrade that we did. We now have a spider way around. These are just base level scrap iron spikes. I didn't upgrade them at all, because I don't really think I need to. The only thing that will ever hit those is spider zombies. They're not going to do that much damage to them, because they're going to hit them and fall. So, yeah. Spider-proofed the entire outside. I got rid of the ladder that used to lead into this. Oh, there's a zombie here. Yeah. Oh, right. I remember you. I had to come out here at night once. And I had to kill somebody real quick. There was a ladder over here. This was my access point to get in here. Alright, but the ladder is gone. And now the only way that you can access this is from inside. Right there. It's the only way you can actually access the inner ring. I gotta fix this mini bike or some shit. I have no idea what the fuck is up with that. I don't know if that's just some weird animation that I've never noticed before, which I think I would have noticed the mini bike belching fire. Or whatever the hell's going on with it. But yeah, obviously inside of the castle is where we're going to see the greatest amount of changes. You can take a look at some of them here while I park the bike in my handy dandy little garage. Oh, God. Ooh. Why can I not back up? There we go. Alright, so we're going to actually... give me these. And... yeah, it was actually the bike's condition that was doing that, so... okay. Important things to know. The mini bike will look like it's belching fire if its condition gets too low. I don't think I've ever had a mini bike condition get that low. So, alright, so I built this little garage just out of barn wood, stuck a, cute little roof on it, did whatever. I think it looks kind of cool. I made these streetlights. I didn't want to do streetlights like they have outside with concrete or anything. I wanted them to match kind of the interior decor of the castle, so I just did a couple of wood pillars and then cobblestone leading up to the streetlights. These were actually lower. I had to raise them because they were producing so much light in here. It was blinding on the ground level. This, I haven't decided exactly what this is going to be yet. I believe it's going to be a garden. Or I'm just going to throw some stuff in here. And this is my little workshop area. We've just got a whole bunch of logs here that are just waiting to get cut up. Got some support beams to hold them in place. This thing collapsed about 6 times when I was building it because I was making the roof way bigger than it is. And these support beams and pillars were just not enough to hold it. So the whole goddamn thing kept falling down. So I finally just shrank the size of it and said, screw it. But yeah, there's all sorts of hay bales around here. Put a little table in here and I stuck a forge up top. Just like I said, this is a little resource area. I did another sidewalk coming in through here. You'll see I redid this whole thing. I told you in my last video. There was a drawbridge here. I told you in the last video because it wasn't centered properly with this doorway, it was probably going to get removed, and it did. So I lined up the sidewalks all around the outside here. I actually cut all these trees down. I repositioned all of the holes and took care of all that. And we're just about to hit nightfall here, so I got to hurry up. We'll come back and do the pool area later, even though I did talk about it in the last video as well, but I'm super proud of it. But I finished this little, I think there's going to be like a little guard shack. There's just going to be a couple little things in here. I haven't done anything with it yet. I built this basement ages ago, if you have seen any of my other live streams. But yeah, also built that out of redwood, which I love, but there's not enough build options with redwood. Like no ramps or anything like that. All right, and you see I extended the sidewalk all the way around the back. I had to move all these trees in the back as well. I do believe these trees are going to come out again, and I'm going to replace them with something else. Which, well, I'm going to run around the garden here. All right, but let me show you what else I've done here. You'll also notice that I finished all of the castle walls. All of the exterior walls of the castle are done. The towers aren't done yet. I got to finish those. What I also added for decoration, for decorative purposes only, Dan, I actually added a bunch of trees. Now, I planted gravel in here and planted the trees in gravel. They will not reach full maturity planted in gravel. That's kind of what I was going for. And I like it so much, I think that's what I'm going to do with the interior trees because they're not as big and they're not like growing over everything. But I just built a whole shitload of those wood boxes out here and planted a whole shitload of trees in gravel outside on the pathway here. I may put a sidewalk out here too. I'm not sure yet. You got a lot of torches in here. All the towers, like I said, are started. Got all ladders going up. But yeah, we've actually finished the entire top walkway, top corridor for the castle walls. So I can now get up top here. And this is the other great thing about these trees being this tall. I can still see out and see what I'm doing here. And, oh, wow. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, I can still see out and I can still see the top. But you can see how tall these trees are? They kind of overtake everything. So I think I want to get rid of those trees. I can't even fucking see anything. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I definitely got to take those trees out and replant them with gravel instead of actual dirt. I did the same thing on this side, obviously. And this tower is actually completed. This is the only tower in the game that I have finished thus far. And I have not even put a way to get to the top of it, so I can't even show you the top of it right now. Have to fix that. But yeah, the tower on this side is done. And I'll go over to the ladder here and go back down. I like the little rooftops, and then you got the street lights in there. So I think that one space is going to be a garden. And then I've got to do something in front of the guard shack, too. It can't just be a big open space like that. I want to put some decorations, obviously, on the interior areas of the entrance and the towers and whatnot. But all that is later to come. It's going to kind of show you a nice overall shot of the castle. That opened and closed right at once. Okay. No, I have not listened to Now That I'm Older yet. I just finished listening to our podcast, and I was going to actually do More Gooder Than first. But there we go. Like I said, if I take these trees down to the smaller ones, you'll be able to see a lot more detail on the castle itself from farther away. And I mean, just look at how good the towers look with these walls and everything. I'm going to build the entrance up. That's going to be as tall as the tower there. And same thing with the other towers. We'll get all that finished. I had to go mine a whole bunch of clay, so I took the auger to a whole huge clay patch I've been working at. That was a lot of fun. And let's get down here. And then I started that mine in the desert because, like I said, I wanted some asphalt. I needed a better sand resource because I usually go and clear out city blocks, take down these buildings in the city and whatnot to get sand from gravel, but you don't get nearly as much of it. It's just not as fun, so let's go through here. Last thing I want to show you guys. Actually, I have to wait until morning to show you that one thing. But yeah, this is the access hatch to the underground. You see, this is very simple. I did replace the walls with flagstone. I wanted it to stay thematic with the actual castle itself. Didn't replace the floor, though, because I wanted to have a dirtier feel to it. But yeah, this is how we get out into the perimeter wall now. And let me tell you, the amount of fucking damage. I probably used about 2,500 scrap iron just repairing all the spikes down there. I still need to finish putting the final row in there, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But yeah, that is that. And I don't know if you're watching the stream, if you got a chance to see the pool yet, but here's the pool. And here's a little pool area. Like I said, I have to thank JC's channel. Subscribe to JC's channel on YouTube. But yeah, basically his idea was... Obviously, you'd have to turn on the campfire all the time if you want it to burn, but if you just stick a burning barrel beneath it, which burns indefinitely, and then you just put the campfire right on top, boom, you got a nice fire. Now, you can obviously see it unless you're further away. Then, here we go. Use the table to obscure it. Now it looks better. All right, I added a whole bunch of little decorations out here. I've got tons of torches. You see how much light I've got in the castle area now. And then we've got the pool with the 2 mobile spotlights. There's 2 spotlights behind these walls. And that's why it's glowing kind of underneath the water there. Once it gets night, like once it's pitch black outside, which we're getting there, but Once it's like midnight, like pitch black at night, it looks freaking awesome. I think it looks awesome just like this. And I could obviously turn on my light and take a look at what it looks like that as well. This is a giant asshole to fill up. Yeah, I do think all these will look better with gravel. The only problem is with the sidewalk in here, because this is plate, I can't place a block on top of it. So I'm not going to be able to do those neat boxes like I have outside. Makes me sad. Let's go downstairs and let's dump off some resources here. Boom, pop the hat. Alright, let's actually dump this iron. Still cannot believe how much iron I got from that place. I've never had that much raw iron here ever, and I've done some extensive mining projects. Yeah, the only problem is you get way less stone than you get sand when you're in the desert, so I've got to be mindful of that. Alright, now we've got this oil shale, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't have a place for it here. I guess I can put it in the sandbox for now. Lord knows I'm not filling this bad boy up anytime soon, even with this massive resource dump that we're going to get here. There we go. And I've got other stuff on the mini bike, so I'm going to go clean that off. Nightfall is just about here, 2 minutes away. Got all these tools on here. Electrical parts are a big thing that I have really been sinking my time into lately. There's a town near the trader that I go to, and I have been visiting that town, and I stripped out the working stiff, I stripped out the poppin' pills, and everything. You strip out all the shelving, you strip out all the lighting, and you strip out literally everything. The only things I leave, like in working stiff, the only things I leave in there are the working stiff crates, because they'll actually respawn their loot over time. But just look at all these electrical parts I've got in here. This is from stripping, like the mechanical parts from stripping 2 or 3 working stiffs, things like that. So I've been definitely working really hard to, I didn't want to bring the silver. Yeah, I've been working really hard to take care of everything in this game and kind of get a lot of extra resources in terms of construction. I gotta take that back up and put it back in the goddamn bike. That's not the right box. There we go. Yeah, actually found a decent set of fucking wheels for a change. And working stiff. I found this nail gun at a working stiff, and I'm just stubbornly sticking to this one, because it's my nail gun. Alright, we got some wood. Dump that. I'm going to stick the silver back on the bike here. Yeah, like I said, I think this will just be a garden. I don't want to necessarily... I'm going to fill in the bottom layer with more of this cobblestone. I just haven't done it yet. Because I think I've got cobblestone rocks building on the workbench downstairs. Maybe that's what I'll go do as soon as I finish this up. But yeah, I'm going to just probably build a little garden in there, stick a couple rocks in there, stick some different flower varieties in there. I actually don't need that. Yeah, there we go. Then we need to prepare for the Horde tomorrow. The keep, obviously, I still haven't done anything with yet. I think what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to turn the keep into a movie theater. I can't build too big of a thing, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Adobe plates. I'll build it up. It'll be as tall as the... Well, maybe the first floor will be a movie theater anyway. But the tower will be taller than actually the towers and the main entrance of the castle. So I'm going to do that. But... What did I want? What did I want? What did I want? But I'm going to do Adobe plates like for the wall. That'll be the screen. And then I could just put, like, maybe I'll put a little concession area. I did start the bathroom. And put a little toilet in here. A little trash can. And I haven't changed anything about the living room since the last time you saw it. Alright. What do I need to make asphalt? Sand, stone, and oil. Alright, and I've obviously been making a lot of concrete mix, as per usual. It's just one of those things you do in this game. I'm starting to build up a good reserve of it again. This will obviously be for another build project that I have no idea what that is yet. Actually, one thing I want to do in this game, it's going to be kind of a fun video. I'm going to go back to the first base I ever had. The first house, day one, night one. The house that I survived the first ever night in this game in. I want to go back to it with a bunch of blocks. I want to upgrade the whole thing and make it look nice and do all this stuff too. I think it's going to be cool. Probably some of those resources will go toward that. Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure I made some bullets. And let's take some of this gunpowder. I know I've got more in here too, I think. Yep. Might need even more. We need some rifle ammo and some magnum ammo. Pistol ammo, I could give a fuck because I don't really use the pistol for Horde Night anyway. Yep, gotta go over here. And yeah, I did have cobblestone rocks building in here, so that's good. Now I can actually finish that garden outside. I'll do that tonight. After we get some ammo started. How much ammo can I make total? 671. So let's split this pretty evenly. We'll do like 300 here. And we'll do like 300 here. Boom, pop the hat. Alright, there we go. And yep. The rest of this gunpowder, obviously, I'll save for later. I found a nice nitrate deposit in the desert while I was digging out that oil shale. So that worked out kind of nicely. And last thing I want to do before I leave to head upstairs, we're going to start some asphalt. How much asphalt can I make? 140. Yeah, I don't know if I need 140. Actually, you know what? I probably do. Yeah, I probably do because... Yeah. Do it. I probably do need it because I've got that lot over there where I took down that gas station. Some of the little repair work I have to do on the roads is not much. There's a little bit where cops have blown up, taken out whole fucking sections of the street. There's that one really annoying patch of burnt forest ground that's in the middle of the intersection, right here next to the apartment building. That's been annoying me for ages. I need cobblestone frames. Boom, shake it up, shake it up. Yep, cobblestone frames. And we'll just take half of them. I got some brick pavers and some bricks left over. I do want to do something else with brick. I don't know what yet. I think I'm going to clear another lot in the city, and I'm going to work on something else here. The castle, I like doing the castle in stages. I'll come back to it. I'll do some of it. I'll leave. I'll go do something else, like I was working on that mine. And this is the super fun part of the stream, where you get to see me upgrade cobblestone frames, which are still aggravatingly fucking, they take forever to upgrade. I can upgrade fucking concrete with reinforced steel faster than I can upgrade a cobblestone frame with some rocks. I actually need to do that guy. Here we go. For the garden, I believe I'm just going to use grassy ground. Nothing too fancy. I just want some green to pop in here. I was thinking about putting like a little pond here, but then I was like, well, I built a fucking pool, and I hated building the pool because it's excruciating to bring back all the water you have to do, and then to get it to level out is a whole different story. So, no, I opted against building a pond. I was like, well, I've got the pool. I don't need a pond. Finish this up here. I think, like I said, I think we'll go get some grassy ground and we'll take care of that. The only thing that'll be annoying is this won't be complete. This won't be a complete circle here. I mean, the blocks won't be flush. It's one of those things about the game. If you're using something that's clearly a block and something that's clearly not, like dirt, which is more loose, it won't flush up against it. It'll leave an annoying gap between where the blocks begin and end. But whatever. It'll look good enough from afar that I won't really care. I'm trying to think of what else to build in the castle courtyard. And I mean, the space inside, like, the keep, there's going to be living quarters, kitchen, you name it, above the keep as well. I mean, there's already a ton of it below. But I'm going to have all that stuff in here, and then it's like, well, why the hell am I going to build more buildings out here in the courtyard? I built the guard shack. I like the guard shack. But I don't think I'm going to build any more buildings. That's why I came up with the idea for this little resource thing. It would be like where a blacksmith would work, or, you know, woodworker or whatever. They just got all the resources piled up there that they use. Too bad the game doesn't have like an actual anvil like a blacksmith would, you know, hammer away at or whatever. I'd stick that outside as well. I thought about doing like a shooting range or something. But then I'm trying to think logistically, like what kind of block I would use. I guess I could use like peach adobe plates, or I could use, well, there's not actually redwood plates, which is annoying. Something I could use as targets, I don't know. Alright, so there we go. So we'll fill this in with grassy ground a little bit later here. A lot of this cobblestone's going to get converted into flagstone. I need a lot of cloth, and I need a bunch of adobe plates. Like I said, I think I'll turn the better portion, anyway, of this part of the keep into a movie theater. Allegedly, you're visiting the Suttons next week. I actually have to talk to the Suttons because I want to go up to Buffalo for our anniversary weekend, I should say. I want to go up there, and Melissa already seemed very keen on the idea when I mentioned it to her, but then I didn't follow up, so I need to actually get that planned. Yucca juice, always delicious. Actually, it was stupid. I went to the desert to dig a mine and didn't take water with me. Luckily, I found some empty glass jars cleaning out the house, so I just went and whacked a few cactus down and took some yucca and made some yucca juice. I need more meat, and I need more meat stew. You know what I really need is eggs, because I'd love to make some more blueberry pies. Not that I would eat them, because, I mean, they don't provide nearly what meat stew does, but it's just nice to have more. It's nice to look like I've got some food going on in here, you know? Alright. And, oh, you know what? That's the other thing. You'll notice there's two bikes here. Why do I have two bikes here? Well, the pathway that goes amongst all my bases, this goes to the Arctic pit. This comes all the way over here. And this is my original base up here. And this is it. I hate this fucking map. Snaps back all the time. It's annoying. But this is my original base, and that pathway comes all the way down here now, and they all connect together now. So I can get to the military base, I can get to my original base, the Arctic pit, everywhere through subterranean tunnels now. So that one bike is the bike that came from my original base. And we're actually not going to go down there right now because we don't need to. I've still got so many more decorating things to do in here. I need to build a bedroom down here. This is my panic room that I've still done nothing with. So many projects. I love working on this game in solo because I love just having so many different things I want to do. So many different fun projects. But it's also really frustrating because, well, then you got to sit and wait. And work on stuff and work on stuff and work on stuff. Let's see what we got going on up here. Yeah, I think this is really kind of cool. All these logs and the hay bales and just a little table. I wish there were like table decorations, like just a little flowers or like little tools I could stick on the table. Like I could like drop my axe and it would stand up on the table apparently, but it'll disappear within a minute. So I wish there was a way you could make them hang out there and stay. This annoyed me. I had to replace this. I had to take out the one row of cobblestone here and put adobe block in here, which is lower than the adobe plate for the rest of the sidewalk, but that's because the fence for the garden is actually supported on this block and not this block, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to make it round to the corners like this and make it still look flush. So that's annoying. I may yet replace this flagstone with wood. I haven't decided yet. That's one thing. Speaking of wood, that's one thing I need to do. Ah, not the wall. This game is clipping really fucking bad. I'm still lagging really bad, and I'm not sure why. We're going to zip all these trees down all throughout the castle courtyard. I'm going to dig out all those posts. I don't want to replace it with gravel, which means I also need to make some gravel. I just like the smaller, less invasive trees. They have the green leaves instead of these maple trees that have the frickin' orange leaves. Because apparently once the trees reach maturity in this game, it's suddenly fall. I could plant some pine trees or something like that. I just want one type of tree, really. But like I said, I like the less invasive, smaller trees, but I gotta swap out the dirt with gravel for that. I can build those little boxes back here. I don't have the sidewalk back here to interfere with it. You actually get to see the guard shack in all of its glory now. These two trees are kind of clipping all through the damn thing and screwing the whole thing up. I needed wood resources anyway, so this isn't going to hurt anything. And we'll zip through the courtyard here. Besides, look at with the torches and everything, you're already getting a lot of hot colors, a lot of oranges, a lot of reds, red tables, and everything. So it'll be nice to have some green over here. Nice cooling colors. This pool is one of my proudest achievements, but fuck me, did it kill me to make it. I also need to put some more of these street lights in, but I don't know where. Maybe over the corners of the pool. Maybe like somewhere near the ends of the pool, kind of where these trees are right now, maybe actually. The castle just still has so much work to go, but there's also a lot of it that's already done too, so it's just going to be one of these works that, I mean, it'll probably take me until day 250 in game to finish this castle. Between working on the castle and then all the other things I have to do in this game, plus going to do other projects so I don't just get bored of the castle and stop playing the game entirely. I'm just kind of patiently waiting for Alpha 16 to come out. Madmole's most recent video, they showed sleepers for the first time, which are going to be awesome. Especially in the early days of the game, you're going to be breaking into structures, trying to loot them, and all of a sudden you're going to wake up a sleeping zombie inside and get attacked. I think I aggroed a zombie. No, okay, I'm not detected, so. Alright, we're going to scoop all this dirt out of these holes here. Hopefully, I was going to say hopefully without hitting any of the adobe block, because then I have to go get clay and stuff to fix it, which, whatever. Need probably like 30 gravel, maybe 40. I think I'll make 40, just so I have it. So I don't believe I have any more down there. Oh, get out of the hole. Yeah, the guard shack, you can see this much better now. It's basically a red box. There's going to be a bed, like a table. Very, very simple stuff in there. And then, like I said, I've got to do something with this open space here. This is the last open space I have in the game, really, in terms of the castle build, so. I also need to do something else. Like I said, I may just do kind of a walkway. Just a sidewalk. Just a simple sidewalk. All the way around the superstructure of the castle. All around the exterior walls. No zombies spawn over here. No zombies can get over here. So, it may just be something nice to do. There we go. So let's go make some gravel. We can replace all these damn trees. We are going to be starting More Gooder Than in just a few moments. So if you came to the stream to listen to the More Gooder Than podcast, stay tuned. It will be starting in just a few moments here. But meantime, yeah, look at all that wood. That's delicious. Beautiful. That we're going to need. And what do I need to make gravel? I believe it's sand, just sand and stone. Yep. Do I even have enough stone? Okay, I do. Woo! Alright, so... Oh, my asphalt's done. Woohoo! Alright, so we need gravel. Go! While that builds, we're going to venture out into the city at night, which is always the smartest thing you can do in this game. See, oh, it's like, it's pitch black now, so look at just look at the glow from the pool. I really think that looks fucking awesome. I really, really love it. Yeah. Woo! This also made me realize I'm glad I didn't try to fill the exterior moat with water. Although I would love to. It would look amazing if it was full of water. It really, really would. Because, I mean, it's awesome. But look how deep and wide this fucking thing is. Even without the spikes at the bottom, it would take me an eternity to fill this. Because you'd have to have a water source big enough. Every single one of the air spaces in here, every single block space has to be filled with a water source block. It's not like Minecraft where you can just kind of walk along the top row and pour buckets and it all drops down and fills it in. It doesn't work like that in this game. It'll keep dropping down and filling in until it's all water source blocks. Yeah, we're going to fill this lot over here with asphalt. And by then my gravel should be done. Actually, it's probably done now. Doesn't take long to build the gravel. Poor Jim's used cars is completely a thing of the past. I was going to revamp the building. I was going to keep it, but... I may build something else over here on this platform. I'm not sure. Just some fun structure. I don't know. If you have any suggestions or anything, please leave them as comments here in the stream. I would love some build suggestions. I'm thinking about building a pyramid. I'm thinking about clearing another city block, just like I did for the castle, like an entire area, and building a pyramid. You thought the fucking castle was resource intensive. That pyramid would be even more resource intensive, because then you're talking about literally going up and up and up and up and up. Oh my god. Good old working stiff crate still hanging out there. That working stiff crate's gonna stay right the fuck there. Last one. Oh, good. We got a zombie right there. Good thing I'm making all this noise and doing all this fucking construction work over here. Come here. Ooshy, man. We got a... Oh, that's a feral. And then I think that's a zombie bear over there. Yeah, he mad. Yeah, I think that was a zombie bear over there in the street. The feral... Yeah, that is a zombie bear back there. Note to self, do not go behind the apartment building. A feral at night, yeah, they're fucking nothing. Bitch, you don't scare me. Wish I had some beer, though. Yeah, give me those Magnum parts. I think that was either that or SMG parts, one of the two. Yeah, zombies at night don't really concern me, but that fucking zombie bear will destroy my universe. Hey, asshole. No. Not cool, man. I still got zombie noises. I don't like zombie noises. I actually do not believe 140 will be enough to fill this hole. I can take that piece of flagstone out of there now and just leave the working stiff crate kind of by itself. I'm just going to build a little shack around that working stiff crate. Protect it like the most valuable resource in the game. Someday I will find more auger parts when I go on one of my looting expeditions. After this Horde night actually is going to be one of my looting expeditions. I'm just going to go to literally every single town that I can find on the map. And I'm going to loot out their working stiff tools. And hopefully find more auger parts. Because traders never fucking have them. Lumberjacks never drop them. And I can't find them at working stiff tools. But I mean, eventually, I know they're rare, but eventually the game will give up a good set of them, right? Theoretically. The trader, usually whenever the trader has a set of them, they have a health or a durability of like 4. So I could build an auger out of it and repair it once or twice before I won't ever be able to use it again. Yeah, 140 was not enough. I think I needed easily double that. Whatever. It was something. It's a way to pass the time at night while you wait for the zombies to slow the fuck down and stop chasing you around like madmen. Yep. Jesus, yeah, huge area still. Alright, let me take out this flagstone block at least. What do you got? Oh my god, that's awesome. And here I was about to be dismissive. You have nothing, though. You're dead to me. Well, undead. Haha. I know, I'm sorry. I'll put the podcast on now. Yeah, episode 89 of the Epic Film Guys podcast did land today, so if you haven't listened to it yet, please go check that out. So let's see, I need, what, 16 of these? Yeah, 16 of these. And then each one of them is going to be 6 feet high, so I need another 24 of these. Yeah, there we go. So now I can build, and I'm going to upgrade the bottoms of these with reinforced steel. There we go. Because I don't want zombies messing my shit up. So now I basically just need to wait until these streetlights are done building. Yeah, mechanical parts, especially. So back to my story anyway. I trail off. I get distracted by stuff. Unfortunately, I still can't do that there. So I'm gonna have to go inside here, and we're gonna do this. Boom, boom. There. Now I can get down much easier. There we go. Boom. 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 And boom. Alright, good. And so we are going to... I'm actually going to put one on each corner of this. And then maybe one in the middle somewhere. I want to reinforce the bottoms of these with steel. I don't want zombies messing with them, but I don't think they will too much. Because I'm not going to be standing on top of the damn streetlights, so it's not really going to matter. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I don't think there is an exact middle. But that's okay. We'll put it like... Because the ramp is right here, so we'll put it like... how many blocks is this? I got to count it out. I'm just a stickler for this kind of stuff. So we got 18 blocks, so we'll build it, like I said. I want 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to where the ramp is, so we'll do... There we go. No. Almost bad. There we go. And let's just... I think this is a perfect square, but you never know with me. We'll stick the other 2 up top. I don't need 8 of them down in the bottom layer here. So I need to... There we go. We'll worry about the top ones later. I just need... Here, give me these. So I can actually go start building them. I am lagging, like... my game is just... It's like my game is really drunk and hungover and doesn't want to get up and do anything for today. I do apologize for the coughing. I've been just streaming for a while and talking, so I need to drink some water here. Okay, so we're going to go 6 high on these. And then we need our streetlights. Guess who's a dumbass? And didn't give himself a way to get to... I need to fucking bring hay bales with me. I am so terrible about using hay bales in this game. Maybe I can... Come on. Come on, let me... Nope. No! And I just don't... I don't have anything else anywhere, so I have to go back. Literally, I spend more time walking back to places to get stuff because I'm an idiot and I forgot it, or I just don't plan out ahead properly like I'm supposed to. There's so much grass here because I planted. I cleared that entire section, replaced all the ground so zombies can't spawn there, and it all grew grass because I used forest ground, which I wanted it to do. And there's so much grass there, but you think I'm smart enough to go whack some of it down and build a couple hay bales? Nope. So I should be building a hay bale right at the base of those lamps so I don't have to deal with that crap. What I need to do, take some fucking cloth fragments over to that thing and just stick them in the dump chest over there so that I have them. So I can build splints as necessary. Now, give me this. This. Hey, I almost typed gay bale. There. Much better. Jesus. You can never be prepared for everything because, I mean, eventually you just end up being a dumbass in one way or another in this game. At least that's always my experience. So I said, oh, what can I forget to bring with me today? Oh, I want to go start this massive build project. Oh, whoops, I forgot all my concrete. Yeah. There, so that's much better at least. Did I at least turn this light on? Was I smart enough to do that before I jumped off of it? Nope. That's okay. We got wood frames. We can pull up to it. There we go. Hello. Let there be light. Yeah, it's kind of dark here when I do this shit normally, so... Here. Now, I can jump off of it all I want and be smart. There we go. And booyakasha. See how easy that is when I'm smart? I almost just forgot to put it down. I know somebody caught that. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Well, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Booyakasha. Let's upgrade these guys over here. I think well, I'll probably upgrade those at some point, but I just want to upgrade the bases now because these are going to go to reinforced steel eventually. Look how much light I have here now. Isn't this nice? I think the other ones I'll put on the top facing out on the sides where I don't have any concrete on the sides there. Make my life a little bit easier. And 2 blocks away, 1 block away. That's fine. How much you want to bet I fall off of this thing and miss the hay bale one of these times? I did it with the tower when I was building that big tower I built. I had a huge, bunch of hay bales at the bottom, of course, to catch myself. And then I completely... yeah, I can't put it in front of it. That's where the light's going to be. And then I completely missed it. I completely biffed the landing and still broke my leg anyway. Here we go. And yoink. There we go. All right, and the last one. Let's get this guy up here. Come on. I desperately need a new keyboard. This thing is like 15 years old. This thing is just a dinosaur. Well, I almost missed it there. You saw that. Somebody saw that. All right, so there we go. So we're all upgraded on the bottom now. Those probably won't be dry before the Horde comes, but such is life. Oh, let's see. Yep, I got to jump back over to the chat here. Sorry, I missed some of that. Yeah, if you're prepared for everything, you want to loot things and have no room. Yeah, you're exactly correct. That unfortunately happened. I went to a town. There's a town here. Let's see, where is it? It's near the trader. It's kind of up here to the north a little ways. Yeah, there's a trader right there. So, this town here, because there's a working stuff, I actually found a really sweet underground bunker here. It's like it's way bigger than like your normal underground bunker. It has like a whole like 3 gun safes and a whole bunch of ammo boxes and stuff. Really, really cool. But anyway, this is a working stiff here. This is a poppin' pills, and then this is a crack-a-book. And I looted all these stores. I took literally all the lights out. I took all the shelving out, all that scrap iron. Amazing. And I took a lot of the other stuff out, and I took the doors out, blocked them all off. The only way you can get onto these is via the roofs with some ladders on the back. And I mean, you're constantly like, what can I scrap? What can I get rid of? What can I do with this? What can I do with that? And of course I had the mini bike with me, which was nice, but even that filled up really quickly because the working stiff, it was my most profitable trip to working stiff ever. I found a tool and die set. I found a caliper. I found just tons and tons of great stuff. And it's like, what do? You have to do something with it. And I think we'll do this part here. There we go. And we got to make sure we do the same thing up here. Even though, yeah, there we go. Or I could be a dumbass and not bring the light with me. Always something. But yeah, that was my... And speaking of mechanical parts, it's kind of a roundabout way to get back to that story I was telling earlier. But yeah, with mechanical parts, that's how I ended up with so many mechanical parts. Look at this. I can actually reach these lights from here, and I'm an idiot trying to jump up to them to get them to turn on. You know what I'm going to do? I need these wood frames back. I actually got to go back down below here. Because I shouldn't have to get out of the actual bunker again. I should be fine to stay in here now. There we go. All right, so we're going to take these wood... take these wood frames, and we're going to... Up and up and up and up and up and up. And there we go. Booyakasha. Come on. Almost done. Almost there. There we go. That's what I want to do. Okay. Boom. And then we got a hay bale right. Right there. We have to put these down so I can... There we go. Pick up these wood frames. There. Don't do... God damn it. It is quite literally always something in this game. You're always just dropping shit, or shit doesn't go the way you want it to. Wood. Concrete mix. Oh, I had some here. I didn't even need to get that. That I need for later. Let's see. Magnum back in. Actually, get rid of these. I don't need those now. Alright guys, and we're actually going to step into fast forward here. This is just some post commentary. The audio on this kept losing sync when I was doing the final edit, and I really don't know why that is. So there's just about 10 to 12 minutes left here on the end. Just going to be me finishing up here at the bunker. And then I head back to the castle, and we do a bunch of other random stuff. So yeah, like I said, I do apologize. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, I didn't realize it until after this had finished recording, that the game audio wasn't recorded with this. I don't know why, but you know, such things happen. And yeah, we are going to get a Horde here on day 182, but yeah, like I said, I figured you guys have seen a ton of different Hordes, so I might as well just buzz through this one. I really love this base. I need to finish making the modifications to this base though. In future videos you'll see that I filled in the trench in front of the ramps there. I still haven't replaced those ramps. That'll probably be my next project after I finish the next Horde Night, to be honest. I don't think I'll do the next Horde Night here, though. I'm going to do an entirely different project for Horde Night. I've got a kind of cool idea with a wall, so we'll see how that ends up working out. And there we go. Nice shot of the castle. Look at that beautiful castle. I'm so proud of that build. Definitely gotten a lot more work done on it since this video was done. And I don't have any idea what I'm doing here with the map. Probably talking about my underground tunnels that connect all the different sites. Just about an hour in-game here, away from Horde Night, so I should be heading back into the bunker here any minute now. Yeah, there we go. We are ready for the Horde. Nope, we're just hanging out. Just standing still. I didn't realize this stuff costs so little of the reinforced steel upgrade to actually repair. And this is me kind of figuring it out for the first time. Like, I thought I had to have, like, just, you know, any normal repair material, not mostly forged steel. But this makes it a little bit easier with the limited amount of that resource that you actually do get. Makes it a little bit easier to kind of work with and do whatever you need to do. Got some of those light posts drying out there. So yeah, there was a whole huge section of this video that I cut out. It was planting the garden in the castle, but you'll see it in future videos and whatnot, so I really didn't feel like it was a necessity to get that in there. And the next video, this Horde Night, you'll notice me kind of wandering around, and I'll be ducking down after all the zombies are gone, and it'll say I'm sensed. And you'll notice me wandering around, kind of as if to wonder what the hell's going on, where's the zombie? And you'll notice the giant tunnel that they actually dug beneath this structure. Or is that this video? I can't remember. We'll find out together, because I'm doing this post-commentary live. I haven't watched this footage since I finished compiling it all in Premiere earlier. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Super excited for A16 to come out, and I know a lot of people are, you know, getting to that point where they're like, well, we're not going to pour a lot of time into this game, into anything big build-wise, because we're waiting for A16, but I say screw that. You know, I say keep enjoying everything that this amazing game has to offer, and then, you know what, when you got to start over in A16, just start over. Who cares? Just enjoy it. Just enjoy for the love of the build, I think. I do have some really big build projects I'm saving for A16, but that's because I don't want to start them and be like 20% of the way done and have to do them all over again, so. But smaller build projects, especially testing out some different structures and stuff like that for Horde Night. The next one I've got coming up, like I said, the wall is all I'm going to tease you with. Just the wall. And I really hope that it ends up being a really cool kind of Horde Night structure. I don't necessarily know how the zombies are going to behave in relation to it, So we will see. And I think I'd chop up some corpses here, maybe. Oh, nope. Just shooting at cops. Okay. I'm a big fan of this bunker. When A16 comes out, this is actually like one of the first things that I'm going to set out to build. It will, of course, not be built with concrete at first because I won't have that available at first, but I will set out to build one of these pretty much right away because this is a pretty intense defensive system, and if I can at least get it upgraded to iron before the first Horde night, I really think it'll be good. I've learned so much about this game since I started playing it that, you know, yeah, but even though in those early days you got to be really careful because you're far more vulnerable, it's not nearly as bad as you might think. Did I already actually put the outer lip out there? I think I did. Yeah, I do believe I did. Let's chop this guy with an axe. Wah! Trying to chop up these damn zombies, but the problem is more keep coming and standing on top of their corpses and you can't get it done. Zombies, zombies, zombies. Yeah, I already did replace that lip out there. I still need to replace that row of ramps, and I just haven't been industrious enough to do it yet because it takes a while to chop through reinforced concrete, and I just haven't felt like doing it yet. I do much prefer this to having the actual drop down where they're at the same level as me, though. It makes it much easier if I'm that one block below them. I can kind of shoot up at them, and then even when they crawl through, they're kind of at face level with me. Makes it much easier, I think. Just kind of trying to keep everything cleaned up here. And one thing I'm definitely going to change about my Horde nights going forward is we're going to switch over to the 120 days. We're not even going to change it. We're just going to leave it right where it is. And, yeah, you know, we're just going to leave it right where it is. Just a couple of hours here left of Horde night. I think, what is that? I'm watching in a small preview window in Premiere, so I can only see, I think it says it's midnight, just after midnight. Not sure. Oh, you know what? Was this my 90-minute test? This might have been my 90-minute Horde night test. Or was that... Well, that might have been a previous video, too. I just don't remember. I've done so many videos. I've been playing this game so much. And unfortunately, I've got such a huge backlog of stuff to get uploaded. I just can't... You know, I can't remember what I do in one video to the next. That's why I'm trying to get all this stuff live so I can kind of be working on a video a week. And, you know, this game's really kind of dedicated a lot, or dominated, I should say, a lot of my time lately. But we're going to be, like I said, switching it down to basically a video a day. And then I think A16, I think I'm going to do everything live on video. I think I will just keep everything going on video literally the entire time. Yeah, dump box is full. I think we're just about to get to 2 a.m. here. Yeah, just after 2 a.m. They did, I mean, they did a lot of damage even well before Horde night was over. Look at all the damage they did there. And this is the most amount of damage they've ever done. I know they broke some of the reinforced steel pillars down past the reinforced part down to concrete. And I don't know why that is. This Horde night was just a lot more challenging than the past couple Horde nights that I fought here. And yeah, no, this isn't the 90-minute one, I don't believe. That means they just decided to be dicks this time. Either way, it's just still, they just did a lot of damage. And yeah, most of my audio issues and video issues going forward from this video pretty well cleared up. So for pretty much every video going forward, you're going to hear game audio, you're going to hear me talking, and you're going to get fast forwards with correct audio. You know, you're not going to get me doing post commentary like this unless I feel I have something I really need to add. But most of the time, it's not going to be anything I'm going to need to worry about or going to even have to worry about. You know, so it's just... Unfortunately, I was so eager to kind of start recording, to kind of start streaming and getting some of the 7 Days to Die content up. Look at that, broken down to concrete right there. I was just so eager to get a lot of the 7 Days to Die content up that I didn't really work on any of the other stuff. You know, I didn't really pay attention. I didn't really worry about it, I guess. I think that was a rocket launcher I just picked up. This is moving at a very brisk 4.5 times speed, so it's kind of really hard to tell. Just about done with Horde Night here. Seems we got just under 2 minutes left to go on the video here. So I do want to thank everybody that's out there watching. Thank you very much for sticking through the lower quality videos. I know some of them aren't the best. I basically uploaded them. I kind of hemmed and hawed about should I upload them, should I not? Should I keep them, should I not? But I kept them just because you get to see build progress. And I'm really proud of my builds. I really think that they're awesome. And I think especially the scale of like the castle, I really, really think people will enjoy kind of seeing the steps that it went through to get to be the structure that it is. And that's why I uploaded those videos. So I do thank you very much for sticking with me. You see, I just ducked down there and I'm sensed. I'm kind of looking all over the place trying to find out where the hell the zombies are. And yeah, that's where I just found out about the underground tunnel here. Yep. This is a whole huge cavern they dug underneath that bunker. None of this was there. They just dug that whole thing over the past couple Horde nights, because the last couple Horde nights I also noticed that there was a problem. So I went down there. But that is going to do it for this video. Yeah, we've just got about half a minute here or so. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And like I said, thank you for sticking it out through the dicier videos. I know the video quality on this one is much better, but they get even better, and the audio quality sticks there with them as well. So thank you very much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. And, you know, stick around. Can't wait for A16. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.